The successful among us delay gratification and bargain with the future. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what do we got going on tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Getting up there again, right? Testing that $9,800 barrier, a little bit below it at this exact moment. Eyeing $10,000 again, right? Everybody talking about, we got reports from Goldman Sachs saying that Bitcoin's not going to make it. Bloomberg, on the other hand, coming out with reports today talking about how Bitcoin's going to shoot to $20,000, right? We still have horrible events going on out there, like what happened to Brian. YouTube shadow banning, taking down cryptocurrency channels. We have protesters out there in the streets starting to carry Bitcoin signs. But yet there's a lot of people that don't even know what Bitcoin is. So will we see 20,000 this year? Will we finally opt out of the fiat system and into a digital currency that doesn't care who you are and treats everybody equally? Where third parties don't get rich off your transactions? I like to believe so. I'm going to continue to keep fighting in this fight. I continue to fight in it every single time I purchase a Satoshi, because I'm taking that dollar and I'm opting the value that I've earned out of the system and into a different system. And over the last 4 years, me and my lovely co-host Sammy on the sidelines here.
Good evening, everyone.
We've seen that stepping out of the system really opens your eyes up to the system and how manipulated we really are. But it gives you the ability to, once you do step back into the system, when you're in the system, see through the other eyes, right? Like how you can always tell your brother how to do better at his life than what he's doing. You step back into this financial system and you're like, oh, this is easy. I cut out the excess. I focus on the goal of 5 years from now. I try to get multiple streams of income. I do this, I do this, I do this. And it becomes clear as day. And you see this more and more as you find cryptocurrency Bitcoiners that stick around, that aren't in here for the, oh, I'm going to do some quick trades and make $1 million and get me a Lambo. So we got to keep fighting the good fight. We do it every single day that we can. Oh, the audio. There we go. Oh, is it back? It's back.
Yes.
All right. I guess I'll slow the rant down.
Don't know when that happened, but hopefully there was still audio. I don't know. Cool.
I don't know. Me might not be such a bad thing sometimes. So what do we got going on? Do we got anybody in the chat? I think I seen Bitcoin Jake hanging out with us before the show started. I gave him a shout out. I put the link to Brian's show. I didn't realize his new channel. I did not realize that they had permanently erased it. I thought I had heard from, the other YouTubers or whatever that his channel, I think it was just Adam Meister. I thought that it was only shut down for a couple days.
Well, it would have been the first strike thing, like, yes, or whatever. Not forever, ever. Yeah,
but
that's a lot more hardcore of shadow-nessing.
It's really hard to get back out there and start up a second channel. I haven't had to do it. I came real close to it. I was struggling with the ideal of whether or not I would even be able to get back at it.
Yeah, so we got all those strikes. Like, it was very scary. We were not sure, like, how would we get the 2,000, people's back? How do you get 2,000 people to decide? Man, that chicken really can't get up on that coop for some reason.
I think you feed him too much, Samantha.
Oh, no, that's Big Baby. She just has a big butt. It's genetics. Genetics. Okay, people? All right.
I think that's what all the ladies say.
John from Malibu is here. Paul Rouleau is here.
John from Malibu. Paul Rouleau. Oh, man, we got a party in the house. Everybody's hanging out. That's amazing. I'm glad that we're all out here celebrating the revolution, right? Because you guys have been here for a while. You guys have had the opportunity to sell Bitcoin.
Moon guy is
BTC
here.
Moon guy.
Hi.
Nice.
Yay. All right. It is a party.
You guys have had the opportunity to sell some of your Bitcoin at a profit and make money, but yeah, you're still here. You're still hodling Bitcoin. You know, you found your niches. It's great. Niche. I don't know.
Niche.
So I took down a few notes tonight.
Do you now?
But I mean, the number one here is to go follow his channel. I want to try to, help him get some of his numbers back of followers. It definitely is, motivating when you can see the numbers climbing quickly. So it feels like, you feel the love. So everybody, the link's in the channel there. It only takes a second. You can come right back, go on over, follow, give his latest video a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever it takes. Besides that, Bloomberg. Right, we got Bloomberg coming out talking about Bitcoin hitting $20,000 again this year, saying that something super fundamentally would have to go wrong in order for it to not happen.
Super fundamentally wrong. Okay.
Yeah, things would have to really break down. Like you'd have to have that minor death spiral, or the things that have never happened in Bitcoin.
The things that have never happened. That's when it. Yes. Okay.
Well, you know how there's that massive list of, reasons that people say that Bitcoin are going to die, right? That there's like secret code in there, that quantum computing, or, minor death spirals, or,
I love the conspiracy.
Double spending blocks and proving that Bitcoin isn't really sound money.
No. Oh, RJ is here and the pothead.
Nice. I'm glad that you guys could join us. Hitting the thumbs up, sharing the video out. That helps our channel, right? We like to keep our numbers up as much as possible around here. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of weight to this Bloomberg, especially with us seeing the numbers going up today. I mean, it's the opposite stance that we've seen from Goldman Sachs, right?
Yeah.
So we're starting to see diversification in the powers that be in the traditional markets, right? On where they're how they're feeling Bitcoin, how they really see the future falling out. And I mean, I don't know, I guess I've drank the Kool-Aid, right? So it is hard to see a future that is digital.
We're all going off the cliff, okay?
Doesn't have Bitcoin involved with it, especially when we see so much innovation year after year, moving towards a digital future with AI and self-driving and self-automation. And, now with everything that's happening with the virus or whatever, the automated teller is really being streamlined to the front of the markets. We already have reports in, I don't know, some Eastern country, Switzerland, Netherlands, Norway, something like that, that they have stores already that have converted over.
I know it was in the Netherlands somewhere that they had the little robot waiters. I mean, that was in a restaurant. I can't even imagine what they would be doing, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. The sad part is
yeah, they have it where it's like you pick up the items and the cameras can scan the QR codes, and like as you go to leave,
right, like
it has it all totaled up. I guess there's probably some sort of console to be able to pay for it, or you got one of those passes.
Just gonna swipe my little grocery cart. Here you go, dig it. Yep. Oh God, I mean, whatever. All right, where are we at? Paul Rouleau says he subscribed to UK Bitcoiner, and John says that Brian is really cool. I think he's really cool too.
He is.
I mean, I like all his tattoos. Oh, I liked the show he did today. He had a Bitcoin bracelet from Daniel's website Nest, like his stuff, and it was cool. I was like, oh, I like that. So, yeah, you might be needing to get one of those, Eugene.
I mean, it's hard to find people that can be passionate about Bitcoin and then maintain it, right? Everybody can start off with a sprint, but how long are you going to hold that sprint?
Right, you get to fan the flame. You got to keep it going.
Are you making it down the block, down the street?
I mean, I know when we had gotten the 2 strikes when we were at the Forbidden Kingdom, I mean, it was it was a lot where it was like, I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to start over. We're going to start a whole new channel. Like, I mean, okay, we're like for sure not talking to anyone forever. There's no chats, like there was no live streaming.
Well, I
that
mean,
would be
is it
available.
still
So much stuff.
Is it still that you have to have 1,000 subscribers to
I
be
don't
able to go
know.
live?
I don't know.
Because I mean, I know that we got most of our subscribers during the bull run. I know that only 50 to 75 viewers actually watch this channel, but that first 1,000 subscribers came quickly to us, so we were able to go live when we wanted to. Even though I was so nervous for the first year,
Yeah, like
but going live really
like...
does make the situation. You know, the show really developed when we were able to interact with you, and we brought Samantha into the show to bring your voice, because I can't sit here and read this and talk back and look at the camera and look at the notes and then sit here and try to, you know, keep all the stream going. It's a little too much. So bringing her in, I mean, it really makes this feel much more like a third party conversation. You know, I guess if the same as if you were communicating with someone with sign language or something, right?
No, because Bitcoin Jake just says that he has 224 and can do live streams. Ooh, that's nice though. Then that means that they took it down. No, yeah, because Brian, it said he only had 35
because we were live when we were watching.
Doing a live stream. Okay, so at least YouTube has like lessened that regulation-ness. I mean, I don't know. I wonder when you can get super chats then.
I think super chats was the last one that we got around the 2000 when we broke the 2,000 mark.
Yeah, I know that was a milestone. I remember you being like, "Oh, we'll be able to like let Google take most of our." I mean, I don't know. Yes, okay, so.
Yeah, the next one is when you can get subscribers. People that like memberships.
Oh, the Patreons.
No, it's not a Patreon. That's a separate program.
It's like
they
right?
get green and they can pay monthly subscription fees or whatever.
Yes, yes. Pay to be green and blue and red. People pay. RJ just gave us a $20.99.
RJ, buddy, man, you don't need to right now, but we really appreciate it. I'm glad when you guys donate. As always, I tell you guys, we're a not-for-profit organization. All the money that gets donated here goes back into us getting out there and trying to tell people about Bitcoin, keeping the channel up and going. We don't know what we're doing right now as far as getting out there and telling people about Bitcoin. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't exaggerate things. Corona has everything messed up. We had a great plan. I thought I was tampering it out, you know, making it
like the long game.
Yeah. And man, that's a curveball right there when they cancel it. So we're just trying to take it day by day. And when we can come up with something solid and not fly by the seat of our pants with an event, we will.
Yes.
But I mean, there is nothing wrong with collecting stats, and that's exactly what we're doing with the small super chats. I took down the donational address because, you know, we don't roll like that around here. No one's trying to take anything from anybody. We just want to hang out and promote cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Now, talking about promoting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the next bit I got here was more the juicy bit that I wanted to get out here and talk about. And it is the advancement of Bitcoin, and that's privacy. It's been on the tip and the forefront of how we want to expand Bitcoin in the 360-degree fashion that we are. Because the pseudo-anonymity that we have has definitely, since the days of Silk Road, been just a Rolodex for the police to be able to flick through to determine who's who and where is it going. And with the emergence of the dark market, creating the freedoms that a lot of people would like to be able to have for the purchase and selling of goods that may or may not be regulated in their districts and regions, we're seeing that $50 million has gone into the Wasabi wallet in the last 3 weeks. All right. And this is our newest attempt at privacy, right? Coin joining. Now, 30% of that, they're saying, is coming from the dark markets.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that's a large amount when you think in the overall aspect of cryptocurrency transactions, only 1% is dark market transactions. So you're saying something like what, $15 million worth of dark market cryptocurrency is being funneled through CoinJoin in the last 3 weeks.
Okay, I mean,
and that's an increasing number.
Intense, yeah.
So what we're seeing here is that criminals deemed by the law, right? Because I don't want to label nobody. I don't want to say anyone's wrong or right, because the world is in a completely shade of gray on what is right and what is wrong. Because, right, there's people somewhere around the world that think the things that I do are probably wrong.
Oh, of course.
So what we got going on here is that with all of this unfolding, the police are looking at the situation, right? And here we have the report coming out with the E3 pretty much, which is the European crime.
Right, like the FBI-ness of like Europeanness. Okay,
They had a report that was leaked, and it's saying, you know, some statistics and some numbers, and they're wondering about, you know, what's going on there. And then they're also teaching their agents how to go about and CoinJoin.
Ah.
So what I see here is that CoinJoin is part of the future of Bitcoin.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. This is one of the ways that, yes.
And then the question is asked, can you unCoinJoin? Can you trace this back? And if a person makes mistakes in the CoinJoin, yes. Like, let's not say that everything is foolproof. But otherwise, no. Especially when you're seeing this amount of dark web currency being CoinJoined in.
That's a really big blender. Or like, you know, toilet bowl or like sink drain, whatever you want to go with. Like that's
I go with really toilet bowl because like, it's all dirty after this.
Just saying, there's a lot.
Well, I mean, it's also something to take into consideration because, you know, I'm just a person, right? I'm Eugene Forrest out here in the woods. I don't know what's right, what's wrong. But the other aspect is that people talk about blacklisted Bitcoins. People talk about not wanting Bitcoin. So if you were to participate in CoinJoin, you could and didn't have dark web coins. You have a 33% chance of taking back dark web cryptocurrency, which could be earmarked. Then giving your cryptocurrency blacklisting. So depending on how rules and regulations down the road play out, right? And we've always thought and talked about this, of the difference between, and if there could be a difference someday between clean and good cryptocurrency and dirty.
Counterfeit 20 that you turned into your bank account, and they were like, "Oh no, we're taking it all."
Yeah, we're taking. Yeah, well, we're freezing your account. We're investigating you. Where did that 20 come from? Oh yeah, you say you got it back from Walmart, but really, we think that you're involved with the syndicate.
Yeah, like, I mean,
So, I mean, it's great to want to be happy, fluffy, right? Because it's always, you know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Preparing for the worst is that, you know, Bitcoin does start falling into place. I mean, it starts to become inevitable when people don't trust the government, as we're seeing, right? Especially inflation takes time. We definitely see that as we're getting closer to them lifting restrictions, right? Yeah. We see we're about to go into phase 2. We got bars and nightclubs opening tomorrow night.
50% capacity.
So, I mean, time to pay the rent soon, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
And I can tell you firsthand right here, this guy, if I didn't have to pay rent all this time, I'd be bankrolling it. Right, I'd be holding on to it, and then I'd be like, I don't know. I could probably live somewhere else and be there before you could get anything done. I mean, because that's why rent sucks, right?
Yes.
Who wants to spend 2/3 of their time working to pay rent so that they can just have a roof over their head? And then you still got to keep going if you want it to be cool and have the lights on and all that good stuff. Comfortable.
Oh, Paul says that I've done a lot of Bitcoin transactions and it's never failed. Complete, reliable equals trust. Yes. And Bitcoin Jake says, then you send that blackmail. Okay, blacklisted Bitcoin to Coinbase to cash some out. And they lock your account and keep your BTC.
I think I read an article tonight where we got a customer taking Zappo, and it was another exchange to court saying that they were illegally holding his funds.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was one of the ones I was going to put down. I read it, and then I was like, it's so. I mean, there's always a bunch of little frivolous lawsuits. I kind of like to move away from that stuff because the way the cryptocurrency works is that the transactions are a push, and that's what makes it beautiful. Because unless you're hacked, right, no one's getting your money unless you want them to, right? It's designed in a fashion where you willingly give a participant possession, right?
Zaza is here. The pothead says that he works on the road, so no rent for me. Zaza says that he wants to build an Earth ship, very low cost,
Nice.
upkeep supposedly. We like Earth mounds. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and no, it's the same thing than what we had looked
Yes,
at
Moundies.
first.
I
Yes.
like the Moundies. I really like the Moundies.
The problem with those things are always is that once you start looking into the regulations, right? They don't want you to live like that here in America. They have rules against it because if you start living like that, then they say that, well, how do we get this person right here to pay for this $500,000 home on a 30-year mortgage when you're digging a hole and putting tires in it and pouring concrete that you got at Lowe's at $3 a bag, and you're saying you're making a home?
Some chicken wire. Like, what are you talking about?
So it's hard to find the places where you can be on the skirts of society where the regulation is lax enough or that they kind of look the other way where you can do things like that. You know, as if it wasn't like a secondary home on the property. I mean, it would even be risky around here to see if you could get away with it.
I mean, yeah, because we're not.
Tiny home would be the closest you could come around here, is they allow tiny homes here.
Yes, they do. They don't really care. I mean, there are people that live in like the weird, like the little
those sheds that you see on pavements on the side of the road.
Yes. And that's their house. So yeah, but I think I don't know. People get like all like weird when you want to go like mole rat and have like a den. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it is back to what I'm telling you is, you know, there is this structure of, you know, you watch television and it brainwashes people and children to think that you have to do certain things at certain milestones in your life. And one of these milestones is that you have to lock yourself into some sort of 30-year mortgage for a home. And then you go to work every single day, and I find that half these people don't even know how to take care of their own homes. And that I find to be sad is that you're spending your entire life to buy a home, and then you don't even know how to take the basic care or maintenance of it.
You're relying on others.
You're relying on me to come over and tell you the truth about what's happening. And luckily for you, I'm a nice, honest guy, so I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to do it at not a bad price. But there's a lot of people that aren't. And you hear about those people all the time.
Yes, I mean it. I've known lots of people that don't know how to put oil in their vehicles and stuff, and I mean that is freaking mind blowing to me.
I mean, maybe like, the world will change.
You don't know, what? No.
Maybe we'll stop catering to everyone's willing to help everyone else so much that people start falling in the gap of not taking care of themselves.
All right, Paul Rilo says that Coinbase blocked me from sending about a year ago. I downloaded Coinbase wallet and sent it there. Then wherever I want, that gets around the restrictions. Coinbase
nice
wallet, nice. Zaza says there is a place near him that they built one that he needs to go talk to the guy and visit it.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Yes. You do. Yeah, we only know of from YouTube-nesses. I mean, who? Yeah, that like I was like, why can't we be like some horrible like village and like these? Yes, like build me a home dome. Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to go back to these ideals that originally in the beginning the corporation started gearing the world towards a situation of consumption and consumerism and not a symbiosis with nature, right? Where we don't build earth ships to live in because that doesn't promote consumption. It doesn't want us having so much electricity coming into the house. It doesn't want the windows breaking and, you have to replace the glass and the roof comes off every 10 years. And well, hopefully not every 10 years, hopefully every 25 to 50, but
again, depending on who you're having do the work for you, because you can't do it yourself. TD is here.
Hey, nice, buddy. I'm glad that you could join us. That's about all I got listed here. I mean, so unless there's some more that you guys want to talk about, I love hanging out with you guys. I love conversating. I love that we're out here doing what's important, right?
Torrentially downpouring today, so we are very happy.
Today was rainy. Got washed out everywhere. I mean, but hey, definitely have to cut the grass. Now thanks to it having it's been a
pretty good month of rain, but yeah, it rained all day and it stopped about 7:30, and it was like, oh, we're gonna be able to do a show. What?
See, but I'm trying to convince Samantha if the clubs are all opening up tomorrow night, we should go out. Go
Yeah,
hit up
no.
the club.
Eugene can't dance and I don't dance. So yeah.
Come on, I mean, at half capacity. It'll be the first time you can actually get out on the dance floor and stuff and not be all like smashed up against everybody else.
I'm just saying lots of people are going to be able to see me better. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
I don't know. I just keep hearing that everything's opening and it's at half capacity. And it's like, man, I would love to go to some places at half capacity.
Like we were saying, Disney, half capacity. Yes, please. I think I might actually pay you outrageous prices because I won't have to be in a line for 3 hours.
Some of those food places where you have to wait forever.
I know, right? Do you have a reservation? No, I don't. Oh, the patio, you say? Okay, I'll just go wait.
The patio. Not a problem.
Yes, please bring me a drink. Just a couple.
So, I mean, I don't know. When you think about Bitcoin, no one's ever going to tell you the real truth, right? No one's going to be like, yeah, fiat cash is really broken. The world needs to wake up to it. If it's going to happen sooner than rather than later, no one can tell the future. But Bitcoin as a decentralized digital currency is the best thing we have going for us. We have an intersection with the institutional and traditional markets, and they're starting to swaying in our direction of saying, yes, there is value to Bitcoin, and that they see the value in the halvening, and they see the price of it doubling. I mean, we're looking at 10 now. They're talking about 20.
Okay, so Bitcoin editor is here. He says hi. Hi.
Thanks for coming.
How are we doing? We are doing good. We
course.
are. Zaza says air grinding 6 feet apart. Oh, isn't that like the Gundam style thing? Like that? Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't see. That is good point, Zaza. Good point. Not only am I going to be awkward, but everybody, all of the 50% capacity will be awkward. Oh man, right? Less people to talk to. It'll be quieter.
I'm wondering,
pump up the music louder.
I know that I had seen already that
stronger.
In some places strip clubs are open already, but I want to know how you do the lap dance and the strip club with the social distancing.
They got the face mask. Like, I want to know.
That's all they got is the face mask.
That would be hilarious. Hilarious, like a face mask and a can of Lysol. Like, no, too close.
Do you not give them dollars and they like have cash at QR codes on their butt or something?
Yes,
yeah, and
right.
you're just scanning and sending them dollars on the Cash App or something, so to keep it from. I mean, you can't go around touching all that dirty money.
You're not okay.
Well, I mean, you just touched 100 different guys' $1 bills. You got corona for sure.
I mean, you definitely don't need to wear the face mask at that point, okay? Like,
not after you sat on his lap for 5 minutes at a song and he was breathing heavily all over you. I mean,
yeah, right? Let alone if there was like perspiration or other fluids of any kind, I mean, yes, okay. I don't know. I guess I never thought. But there's going to be a lot of weird, awkward socialness that's going to be coming out of all of this crap.
I mean, now my standard is that I just walk up to people and I go, "Are you practicing social distancing?" And I put my hand out. So let's see what happens.
Is it a yes or a no on the shaking? Okay.
Yeah. Opt in if you want. That's fine with me.
Can we do a mask? Like, we just,
Today was the gift and I woke up here. So let's move forward.
I don't know. I mean, yes, but I guess, I don't know. Wait, and hair salons are already open, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first wave?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to phase 2. Bars, nightclubs, I mean.
And nail salons and all of that stupid.
Yeah.
That was all open in the first part? Okay. Oh, man, I could be getting a haircut. What the hell, man? Ugh.
All right. Anything else in the chat? We got to wrap this up that way tonight with Samantha wanting a haircut.
Yes. The pothead says lap dance half price 6 feet away. There you go, sir. There you go.
I just take the $1 and let her keep going on the stage, and not a problem.
social distancing discount. Yes. I will parade around you.
I will dance 6 feet around you in a circle.
For a very, very low price.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out here, getting us all laughing, talking about Bitcoin, spreading the good word, fighting the good fight, right? Because this is how we're going to bring it down. We just got to get more people out here. We got to get more people talking about it. Hitting the thumbs up helps this video out. Sharing it out helps more. You guys getting out there and doing your own thing. That helps the most, though. So take it easy. Love each other a lot. And remember to keep that Bitcoin safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.